For a lot of you, you stopped bullshitting yourself. It's seriously, that's how I'm hearing it. You stopped bullshitting yourself. You were bullshitting yourself about something. You were not honest with yourself. What you were not honest about, and money, and I think a big part of this awakening that's going to occur is going to have to do with you releasing yourself from that and fully accepting your power, accepting your desires. Yes, I want support. You know, people always bully people who want attention. Oh, you are just seeking attention. And so what? Maybe a person wants attention on this journey of working hard, perfecting yourself, being a good person, learning your lessons. You deserve abundance in your life. There is a wish fulfillment that's coming. There's a big wish fulfillment. It's almost like you got to decide right now, what are you wishing for? Because in the Seven of Cups, right, she's looking at all these different options here. What do you truly want? Because it's going to be presented to you. It's going to be given to you, but make your wishes right now wisely. What is up, you guys? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So today, actually, I want to do a reading for a very specific time. August 18 is the most important date. This, in my opinion, again, this August, and I know there is a plenty of content right about 888, that it's a mystical date. I'm probably going to be, by the way, posting this on 888. I'm recording this on the 7th, but I do want to take a look, of course, at the energy from August 8 to November 11. I think I might have mentioned in your previous video, either in the extended or in the YouTube, about how actually if you want to radically transform your life, and I mean like a huge transformation, not just you owe a little bit better paycheck or just a little bit this, but like reinvent yourself completely, become a brand new person. Let's just say, not so much numerologically, but astrologically, there is actual, the portal, so to say, exists, but not because of 888, more so because of a few other things I'm going to mention in this video. And essentially, yes, it is a time period from August, let's put it 8, just for, you know, for, since you guys like 888 so much, until November 11. So this gives us what, August, September, October, you know, it's like, it's 3 months, right? So 3 months where incredible things can happen. Now, specifically here, the most important thing is August 18. Why August 18? And by the way, I do mention this in my Mercury retrograde video, which I recorded for all 12 signs. We do dive into astrology there, what I potentially see, especially for Scorpios. I really have done a good job there. I've really expanded. Even as I was editing the video, I added a lot to show you how your goals, career, different things might really go through intense transformation during this time. So make sure you watch that video. Because again, a lot of you guys, whenever you complain, especially how something is not up to the point, I do make up to the point videos, but they are astrology, because again, tarot is not supposed to be, there is no point, it's just energy. So watch that. August 18 again is an important day because this is when Mercury is kazimi. Mercury is in the heart of the sun. Mercury is being burned by the sun, so to say. And because the sun is the king, is at home, the sun is in Leo. This is especially important, Mercury kazimi. I said in that video for Mercury retrograde, pay attention to what's happening, you know, in the world during that time, because next few months, maybe even, you know, more than that, is going to be decided. In the United States, we have to pay attention here to what's happening with our government, because I think there's going to be some very interesting developments we don't expect yet that could be happening during that time. And in our individual lives, of course, first and foremost, for Scorpios, it is about career. Right, and again, we need to always look at this more so from the perspective of a rising sign first, but of course sun and moon. And I highly recommend, you know, to look at this, to look into your astrology for August. Again, I recorded August horoscope, I recorded Mercury retrograde. Watch those. And also, it's funny because I was actually already recording your video, and then there was a fire alarm in my building. And actually, it was not a drill. It was like apparently on the eighth floor. On the 8th floor, there was a fire. I mean, no one suffered. Everything's fine. But still, I had to leave the building, get another matcha latte today. Today's a double matcha latte day, and I decided to start recording from scratch because actually, in that first video that I was recording, I went off, I was saying something and I was like, okay, whatever, I don't want to talk about this anymore. So we're going to get started here, right, with this message. These were the cards that I pulled, which was very interesting because your first cards here were, and don't worry, I'll pull more cards, but I just don't want this part of the message to, you know, to go away. We pulled blossoming abundance, seventh chakra, archangel Uriel, the sun, and victory. So for a lot of you, there is going to be a long awaited sense of victory when it comes to your life, when it comes to your career, when it comes to, you know, you're going to be guided here with the seventh chakra. So trust your intuition. There's a higher awareness that's going to come. And I think, again, pay attention to what happens right around August 18 when Mercury is kazimi. This is actually where a lot of things, you know, again, a lot of people looking into this 888 as the portal. And I'm not trying to say that it doesn't exist. I just think when I look at it with astrology, to me, there are other days that stand out more, even though, of course, sure, let's take 888 here because a lot of this energy might be already felt starting that point, starting that moment. What else do I want to say? In general, I recommend relying on astrology more than on tarot. Like, it's actually kind of funny. I am much better at astrology than at tarot. Like, seriously, like I suck at tarot compared how good I am with astrology. Like, I'm not even saying this like to pump myself up. It's funny to me because on YouTube, none of my astrology videos ever get any views, yet all my tarot videos get more views. But actually, when I work with people, I always stress the importance of astrology. If I see somebody's astrology chart, that's it. I don't need anything else. I usually barely even take any cards. Astrology is much more important. You, for a lot of you guys are new. Those of you who know me, who've been here for a while, you know how much I stress it. Those of you who are new, I just want to tell you, sure, you know, tarot is great and entertaining, and you can watch and browse so many channels. Everybody can buy a tarot deck this day and do the readings, and sure, it will resonate. But it's not about resonating, it's about making sense of things. Because I can watch all these videos about my twin flame or triplet flame, even a quadruplet flame coming back, and they might resonate, you know, but really it's me knowing not even my transits, because transits is one thing. It's knowing things like where the progressions are at this moment, secondary progressions, different other things that are happening. This is when you can start making sense of your life. Like for me, for example, recently progressed moon went to the Capricorn. I'm just all about work. I don't even want to do anything else except work since it happened. Right before that, progressed moon was in Sag. I did not want to work at all. I just wanted to travel, party, have fun. You know, it's like, it's so insane how accurate that is. Good Lord, only wondering what progressed moon in Aquarius is gonna bring. So yeah, you know, and yes, I want to stress the importance of astrology. But anyway, back to the topic. And of course, in Vedic, by the way, which I do know, I do not practice Vedic. There's a difference between knowing and practicing. I practice Western because I find it more accurate for what I practice, which is individual charts. Vedic is very ancient and amazing discipline. I studied it. I'm familiar very much with Mahadashas, Antardashas, different other things, solar mansions and all of that. They are accurate, they are good, but again, it's what you practice. It's like any of you, if you've been through medical school, right? You know how you study different forms of medicine, but then you select, you know, at some point your specialty, what you start practicing. So, you know, a doctor, like, I don't know, your gynecologist might have a general understanding also of other forms of medicine, but he doesn't specialize in that. I mean, I don't know, I've never gone to medical school, but I think, you know, it's kind of sort of how it works, I assume. So back to the topic, blossoming abundance, career success, victory. Now, what was interesting to me when I was doing this reading is that these two cards came one after another. Man holding a coin, woman holding a coin. So the long-awaited abundance and a contract. And I mentioned in your Mercury retrograde video that for a lot of you, August is the month when you can attract that business co-founder, this dream partner within business, maybe an investor, maybe a mentor, maybe a partner, maybe a missing piece to whatever it is you're doing. For some of you, it's strictly work. For others of you, it could also be a relationship with somebody who is also goal-oriented, money-focused, you know, career-focused, social, you know, so I was going to say social climbing, so social growth focus, right? So with contracts and community, it could be, again, romantic, or it could be friendship. Some of you might actually, it could be a new friend, honestly, that's like a lawyer or a legal profession. And sorry, got interrupted with the video, but yeah, there could be something about where maybe even a new friend who could be in legal position or studies law or practices or something with, again, there you putting a contract together, which is the contract that could bring a lot of prosperity. Let's see what else. The world, deceit, happy family. You have a person, this is different, this is not about your career, but you have a person who might be in a relationship who is toxic, who is very interested in being with you. This person could be in a distance. Again, if you know me, I do not recommend you to be obviously entertaining any dynamics where somebody is married or somebody has another family. I said in my other video how I don't recommend younger women without children to be dating men who have children. I said what I said. I will make a separate whole video. I'll make a series of videos on this topic, in fact, on my other channel, to spread the message far and wide. And nobody's gonna stop me. But here, I think you might be dealing with somebody who might either have a family or might be married, but it's a very deceitful marriage. I think what's happening there is that they are cheating a lot on the person they're with. That other person puts pictures on Instagram, etc., pretending how everything's great. And I do think what's happening in that dynamic is whoever they are married to takes the money. And I know actually somebody like that, where the woman is just there, on a boat, at a yoga, getting her nails done, never works. I think it must be extremely boring, and even with all the money she invests in herself, doesn't even look good. And the guy essentially just gives her money but cheats, and she looks the other way when he cheats, and he just gives her money. And this is a very healthy dynamic. Not, obviously, I'm joking, it's not healthy. So you have somebody like that where maybe a partner of that person takes the money. This person is cheating and essentially not stepping up to the plate to actually do the right thing, which is leave that situation, because again, there might be fear what other people may say, there might be fear of how hard it's gonna be, but it's not a caring connection. They don't have what it takes. If they don't have the strength that is required to stand up for themselves, they are not worthy of being in a happy relationship. Fortune favors the brave. If you do not have the courage to start that business, you are not going to become this multimillionaire, because the fortune favors the brave. It is about taking a risk, taking a chance. If you are not going to have a chance to open up and to go for that true love and say no to whatever it is, you're in an abusive partnership or some kind of partnership which have outlived its life, you are not worthy of experiencing that kind of love. Whatever you are brave enough to experience and go for and fight for is what you deserve. That's my personal opinion. This person is a coward, whoever you are dealing with, because they would rather live in this completely toxic dynamic, pretending that things are something else, than to actually stand up and face the difficulty, know whatever is do whatever it's supposed to happen, to truly become who they are meant to be. They are too weak. They are a very weak person, and of course everything could change, and we can blame all this karmic, his family will say that. No, you can stand up. You can stand up for yourself. You can be brave. And last thing you need to do is to be wasting your energy on somebody like that, because this person is acting like they are waiting for somebody to save them, like a little princess. What's up with that? You are not here to save anybody. You are not here to solve their problems. They have to stand up for themselves and fight. This is when they married the true love and true career and true family and everything else. If they cannot stand up for themselves and fight, you don't have to fight for them. Because there's something here where this person is very, very scared. Whether people will say they're very, very scared what's going to happen. There was this quote I've seen, I think, a year ago. It said something like, do not wake up in the same place 10 years from now just because you are terrified of what needs to be done today. Because you are so scared of what you need to do today, you will end up another 10 years could pass you by, and you will wake up 10 years later in the same place, even more terrified, because you were so scared. And I think this is the person who was scared to change their life, to do something differently. So they kept living a lie. And I feel like in you, they found an opening, like this is possible, true love is possible, but there's fears. How is this all gonna work? How is this gonna happen? Restrictive mindset could be, financial constraints could be, just, consciousness of lack. And again, do not wait for somebody being fully committed to them while they have not committed to you. Because for a lot of you, that's what you're doing. You're like, oh yeah, he has a karmic, he has this, he has that, but he's my twin flame, and he just didn't commit to me because there's all the circumstances. Ask yourself, because I've been doing this shit for a long time. all this tarot, and I know already how this energy goes. And I've worked with thousands of people at this point. I've gone through my own situations too, and I am still very young, but already even now I can tell you very, very well that it's very easy to waste your life away while you romanticize something that's completely is unhealthy for you. And you have to put yourself first. You just have to reach that breaking point at whatever age it happens for you. I'm grateful, I guess for me it still happened relatively young, plus also watching people go through the situations. And you just have to understand that you are not going to commit to anybody until they earn your commitment and until they commit to you. It makes zero sense to wait for somebody being fully committed to them while they have not committed to you. And you know what? This guy, by the way, I shared the story that happened to me. There was this guy who was chasing after me, which, by the way, there were a lot of people who wrote me in the comments how I'm like a cheater or something. I have never even slept with him. I've never done anything with him. We had what's called a connection. He was chasing me. He was after me while there was all these things he was hiding. And of course, I did have feelings, but I never let him in so much. I did, keep my distance and dignity. But what's interesting? I recently just found out. So he's still in that situation. Whatever he was, there was a woman who essentially got pregnant, and then now she's manipulating him, all kind of things. He doesn't love her. He cheats on her left and right. There's another mistress he has, who is he makes music with her, whatever. And I can see how it all works for him so well. He has one mistress he travels with, has fun with. He has another one waiting for him at home with a child, with a girl, by the way, who is probably, I can only imagine the kind of daddy issues to have with that whole situation. And he a coward, he cannot live his truth. He cannot stand up to, he's scared what his daddy will say. Father, by the way, in that family is completely delusional. I would have never probably gone anywhere serious with him just because of, where he comes from, also his family, how delusional his parents are. And I don't know about mother, but the father for sure is not an ideal situation. And, it's just crazy. And of course you would ask, right, why he gets away with it? Because all these women, they don't have their worth and value. He has one manipulative one who just, doesn't want to work, wants to just, pretend on Instagram how they have happy family, even though she knows he cheats on her. I'm pretty sure they haven't had sex in a long time. There's there's zero chemistry there. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner had crazy, insane chemistry compared to those two. Plus there's mistress who's chasing after him, who is waiting for which I think she believes probably his heart will inflame too. And thanks God, I just removed myself from that situation on time, and I changed my number and I blocked him, and I never ever will associate in any way. And you have to understand that this is a certain mindset, because you do have, I'm seeing very clearly, here is an energy that you are waiting for, even if you're not admitting to yourself, because deep down you feel this person is your true love to inflame, but he is just trapped in certain circumstances. Fuck no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, no, no. Like that song goes. Door to Spirit, Appreciation, Second Chakra, Archangel Ariel. For some of you, there is an intense connection that this person still feels to you. And especially if you walked away, or if you are in the process of walking away, they will try to be keeping reaching out to you. They will try, for some of you, I'm seeing this person shows up at your workplace, at your doorstep even. Again, you have to be very careful here, because it's you have to value yourself properly here, truly. Because they are trying to distract you from potentially new relationship, new connection. And another thing, another little secret I'm going to share with you, astrological secret, is whenever you're dating somebody, let's just say you want to have kids, right? For those of you who have kids, this applies, who haven't had kids yet. It's extremely important to look at the parents of your potential spouse, how they are, assess them, are they mentally okay? No, I'm very serious. I'm not joking, because this is actually astrological secret, which I'll explain in a second. Are they good people? Do you like their parents? And again, I know you will say though, but it's so unfair. If let's just say he's completely different than his parents, his mom, his dad are. Yes, he might be different, but you know what in astrology connects with grandchildren? children are always not like their parents, but they are much more than their grandchildren. Now, again, they don't have to be exactly like their grandparents. They don't have the same traits, but karmically, children are connected not even so much to their parents as to grandchildren. And if you know astrology, you know why I'm saying this. We are much more connected astrologically to the karma of our grandparents. So depending on how our grandparents were, you know, we might have better or worse results in life. Like, you know, I'm thinking now, I'm so similar, even myself, to so many things that my grandparents experienced. Not so much at all to my parents, but to my grandparents, my grandmother, on both sides of my family even. And if you do not like the parents of your potential spouse, again, I'm not saying that your spouse is doomed, you know, so to say. They could be a good person, but you have to understand one thing. Your children, if you decide to have children with this person, they are going to be on some level karmically linked to the grandparents. So if you do not like his parents, you have to understand that the children will be possibly even much less like you, but much more like them. I'm even thinking this with my parents, how they are so much not like my grandparents, but like my great-grandparents. It is crazy. This stuff is crazy. So I feel like if you know that they definitely come from a family where there's toxic mommy or toxic daddy, or maybe both, toxic mother, toxic father, know better if you are in that process where you still want to have kids. Because again, in my story, when I just saw how delusional his father is, I'm like, sorry. Like his mom, I don't know. I think his mom might be okay somewhat. But when I saw his dad, the level of delusion, I was like, no way in hell will I have kids with somebody who is that crazy mentally. No way. Like seriously, I'm not going to deal with it. So there's many things to consider. Now, let's keep going. So make sure you're not waiting for anybody, especially if this person still has any commitments to anyone else. The thinking woman, door to personal healing and happiness. There's a door to your personal healing and happiness that's opening up now. There is a person, there's maybe even possible... I see that there is something that's coming when it comes to you needing to make a decision. Because look at this. In indecision, she stands here and there's this two, right? There's two kind of potential doorways. One has, what is this, like a moth or some kind of butterfly? And another one has two. One is yellow, one is white. It's time for you to decide on something. There is a decision you've been procrastinating making. It could be about a certain trip you've been delaying. It could be you deciding between two options. I feel like you will make a choice and go on some kind of journey. And this, for a lot of you, will bring you a huge change in your life. Broken heart, rest and rejuvenation. Enjoy healing, because for some of you are still healing from a broken heart. They're saying enjoy healing. I don't know what it means. Adjacent possibilities, cornucopia, man holding a heart. What's happening now is that there's many potential doors through which you can walk through. All of them, I'm seeing, will in some shape or form bring you this cornucopia and prosperity. How many doors are there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of like seven of cups card. But I'm seeing that there is a way that's like straightforward, more straightforward towards what you want. For some reason, you don't want to go straight to what you want. It's almost like you are walking like this. There is a person who is very, well, not just one, two. There's two people right now who are energetically matched to you. And somehow they are spiritually linked to you already. Yin-yang, attachment, and door to value. I think for a lot of you, as you lose attachment to whoever was the person who I feel like, you know, you should have never been attached to them in the first place. Because again, I do not see what they can bring to you. You're romanticizing here something that I feel like is unhealthy inherently. And this is why we have to be careful when we watch tarot readings, because I do believe that there's definitely at least 10 of them told you that this guy is your twin flame, or this girl is your twin flame, or whatever. And with yin yang and door to value, it's interesting because I see like in your life, two things are supposed to change and to improve at once. And this is money and this is love. Anxiety, action, all tied up. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been procrastinating or maybe even delaying taking action on something that's important to you, feeling stuck, and kind of like the manifestation was delayed. You have a lot of anxiety right now. Try to understand the cause of it. Because with the Magician, Patience, and Healer of Ages, I feel like this time to reap the harvest, the time to manifest, the time to, again, you've been, I feel like, for a while feeling like, okay, I'm getting ready for my big break, or for my career growth, or for that relationship, or for something. And it's almost felt like, okay, is it here yet? Is it here yet? And I feel like there is this shift that occurs. I don't know what's the reason for it. Like, hold on, because this is important. Bear with me, please. There's something I'm trying to, hold on. Yeah, look at the 7 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. It's like you are rising finally. You're not fighting anymore, you are rising. There is something that occurs. It's like there is a lot of anxiety because there was a lot of, I feel like, excuse me, potential or energy that was not invested in the right way. It's like, let's just say, like, when you have a lot of energy, but instead of like working out or creating, you're just sitting there like at home, scrolling or whatever. It's like there's been not an appropriate amount, like not an appropriate way of working with your energy. There's something that's going to shift and change. And I think, again, there's something about really not looking back anymore to wherever you're going. Really, because there was a toxic connection. With the Devil card especially, there was a toxic connection here with somebody. You felt chained to that person. And even now, as you are separated from this person, or as you left this behind, you're still looking back. And I feel like as you stop looking back, whatever delays you've been experiencing, everything's going to improve. Anyway, this is where we're going to take this to the extended. There is something very major that's on the horizon. For a lot of you, you might be manifesting with pumpkin spice latte, or like in general, as we are moving, because we are looking to the time period, right, of pumpkin spice latte, because pumpkin spice latte will be back when, right in August, 22nd of August, and we are looking from 888 to 1111, which is ultimate Scorpio season. There is celebration that's coming into your life. Let's see what it's about. Today, we've gone through different things here in your reading, but I think we are arriving at something positive. Link to the extent is going to be down below. As always, I appreciate you guys joining. I love you all. Give this video a big thumbs up. Personal readings are available. Also, do make sure to check out my Patreon. I'm going to be uploading videos today, tomorrow, next few days. So there will be additional videos there. I'm going to do my little tarot masterclass. I love you all. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye.